What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today we have a video of us setting up our new office in another city. In this video, I'm gonna be giving you guys a bit of a day in life of what a work trip is like in Vancouver, while also checking out the different WeWork locations and our new office setup process. For those who don't know, I actually live in Victoria, but obviously I come to Vancouver a lot because there's just a lot more things to do here, and we also fly out of Vancouver all the time. Part of our full-time team is also located in Vancouver, so our partnership with WeWork just really highlights one that makes a lot of sense, that allows us to build an office that has a lot of similarities to our setup back home, but also has its own character to it, and it's just a nice place to be able to come and work in the big city. So depending on what I need to do in Vancouver, I either fly over using a helijet or Harbour Air, and if we do need a lot of equipment, I can also get up bright and early and catch the first ferry over, which is what we did in this case. The ferry takes about an hour and a half, and you drive onto it, which whenever I post on Instagram, I start to get a lot of responses about it. It's pretty cool the first few times, but I've taken this ferry probably hundreds of times since growing up. Once we dock, we make our way to downtown and find a caffeine source, and that's when the day really gets started. I'll take some calls and prepare for meetings, and while we eat and get settled, today I'm going to meet with Rove Concepts about some future potential work. And any excuse to walk around and look at furniture, I'll definitely take, and Vancouver's also a really good place, being a large city, to be able to gather inspiration from different developments and real estate projects that I hope to take part in the future. After the meeting, it was time to head over to the WeWork space and meet up with the rest of the team, which is partially based in Vancouver. It was my first time seeing the personal space, and since we renovated it a little bit, it has started to look really good. We painted the walls black, added some sliding from Ender and Willow, and we're able to make this room really customized to tie into the main offices in Victoria. So here we are in our WeWork private office. The one that I'm in is in the Bentel area, which is just in the middle of downtown around the finance district, and as soon as I take like a helijet to Vancouver, I can walk a couple minutes and be right at our Vancouver office. So the WeWork private office comes in many different sizes depending on your needs and team size. This one in particular can fit 4 desks, and I believe you could probably fit 4 to 5 people max, but there are also ones that can fit many more, and also ones for 1 to 2 people if you don't exactly need as much room as this. So let me know what you guys think of the space, and let me give you guys a closer look at some of the products that we went with for the setup. The sliding, as I mentioned, is from Ender and Willow, and usually making slats on a wall is quite a bit of work. It can be very messy and expensive, but Ender and Willow has pre-made and packed slats that you're able to just mount on the wall, and it is also felt back, which helps a lot with the sound dampening characteristics. When it comes to the selections in finishes, you can pick between walnut, oak, and charcoal, and I've actually used different styles on multiple projects in just the past few years. The walnut is a very easy go-to option, while the oak is one that I've been using in my new place to match the floors, and I've also used a black charcoal finish in the past for the podcast set. You can also choose the color of the felt between black and gray. The next thing, of course, is the desks, and these desks are from the new lineup of Ergonophis, and I actually got it in like a cherry wood light finish that goes with the floor of the rest of the WeWork space. These are sit-stand desks, and their new model have a very intuitive touch capacitive panel on the right side, and so I'm going to leave a link down below for the best prices at the moment. And when it came to customizing the rest of the desk, I brought over my Apple Studio display. I also have a headphone stand with my AirPod Max, and I've also got some accessories including a desktop stand and just a few different magazines with IKEA racks to be able to just add some elements of color and design. Another piece that I also brought over was my gantry light, which just has a bit of color to it, and I went with more of like a moody tone in this office with the dark walls, and of course we had to add that finishing touch, which is the Feature Media neon logo that is also in our other office. I think the space turned out really nice, and I just noticed people walking by and taking a look inside, and I think it has a good balance of a productive desk setup while also having an area to just chill out, take some calls, and also listen to some music, but not too loud. There's also a snack cart as well and a bench for us to be able to just arrive, put our equipment down, and just start working right away. So this next product right here is able to solve a lot of problems when it comes to desk clutter, whether it is on the go or at home. You're able to unify all of your different plugs into one cube, as well as have accessible USB Type-C and Type-A ports with up to 65 watts of output in just a very unified and well-designed units. It is the Ugreen Digen S Cube 65 watt all-in-one charging solution. This is one that has a whole bunch of different use cases and has power outlets on 3 different sides, as well as access to USB Type A and USB Type C with 65 watts of total charging output. This is a really great accessory for anyone who is looking to declutter their desk while being able to keep all of the devices charged, and I'm definitely guilty of having just too much tech around at all times when I can just unify it all with an accessory like this. What is also really great about the WeWork setup is all the amenities that you have access to. You can go to the common area and hang out in the lounge, talk to people. You can also grab a snack at the bar. They've also got different drinks on tap, as well as coffee and all that. So the whole co-working environment elements, as well as the WeWork private office, allows you to enjoy the best of both sides and be able to focus on your work, but also be able to kind of talk to people in similar industries or just meet new people in general. Throughout our time in Vancouver, we actually went and saw a few of the different WeWork offices in the city, and we started out by going to the Station Square in Burnaby, and this area was jam-packed with restaurants and amenities. The space itself was also really well decorated. It had a classic WeWork feel to it, but unlike the others that we'd been to, it had an extra large common area and a lot of nice quiet rooms to go and work free in distraction. We even bumped into someone from Bentel too who was saying that she likes to come here sometimes during the week because it's a lot more spacious and quiet, and we also met some viewers who watched the videos over the years. The next one that we checked out was in Richmond and was known for its beautiful outdoor terrace and view of the city, and especially the airport, which is a very familiar place for us. It is really easy to access in between trips, and so knowing that there's a WeWork close to the airport is great instead of always going into the heart of downtown where there's quite a bit of traffic. There's also a really fun games room for decompressing and socializing with other members, and all in all, a very comfortable and friendly work environment to stop for the day. What makes this WeWork partnership so great is that they also have hundreds of locations around the world. And with over 100 flights and 25 work trips this year, in essentially every single place that we visited, there was a WeWork location that we can go to and trust to have a nice, reliable workplace to be able to focus, communicate with the team back home, but also have reliable internet and great amenities. As I mentioned, that takes us back to our office though, and that is in the middle of downtown. And whenever I take the helicopter in from Victoria, it is literally a 5 to 10 minute walk away, and we're there continuing to work as I would at home a few minutes prior. After setting up a WeWork, it was time to visit my longtime friend and also business partner from iSetups, which is our page that is hoping to inspire people to build the most beautiful workspaces for themselves. And today we're filming his new condo. He set it up to his own aesthetic, which is a lot more minimal, and we made a full video about this, but overall I think the filming went pretty well, and you can see that there's a lot of differences between our WeWork space, my own space, and also how he's gone with a very white and minimal, bright, airy look that has a beautiful view through to downtown Vancouver. The best part about having a setup community and also a WeWork community is that people come from all different industries and fields, and when it comes to seeing setups that you guys submit over on iSetups, there's so many different styles that I often gather inspiration from for myself. Overall, this was a pretty productive day in life where we're able to do some meetings in the morning with some of our furniture partners, meet up with some friends for dinner, as well as filming during the day. And being a great city like Vancouver, there's always something to do. So I'm really excited about this partnership with WeWork. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.